I've been wanting to skew my content more towards being anime related for quite some time now, and today's that day. So, welcome to the first episode of my anime watch list. I'm going to talk about 3 anime that I'm currently watching that are currently being released and give a little description about them. Trigger warning, I guess I should say this. I'm anime only. Yeah, I know, but I just don't really find the time to to read manga, you feel me? But if you read the manga, and for this episode or future episodes, feel free to let us know the difference in, the manga and the anime. But let us know. But anyway, without being out the way, let's just get started. Today, I'm going to talk about Windbreaker, God's Games We Play, and Viral Hit. And if it wasn't obvious by now, spoilers ahead. First up, let's talk about one of my favorites that are currently being released, Windbreaker. This anime falls under the categories comedy, action, drama, school, and shonen. I've seen it being compared to Tokyo Revengers, and to be fair, well, to state the obvious, they both involve high school kids that are kind of in gangs and fight other high school kids for reasons. Personally though, I didn't really watch much of Tokyo Revengers because I didn't like the main character. And I know some people are gonna say, you should give it a chance. But I made it like halfway through the first season and just couldn't do it anymore. Maybe it's just not for me, especially since after I waited how many episodes for the main character of Katekyo Hitman Reborn to get good? I just wasn't trying to do it again, you feel me? I do like Windbreaker a lot better though. The main character, who goes by the name Hakura Sakura, whom I'll just be calling Hakura because, Sakura is trash and we all know it. Fight me on that if you want. Hakura is already a badass, and yet we realize he still has some growth to do. He's closed off due to how he's been treated in the past because of his looks. The different color hair and eyes made him stand out and people didn't like it.
カラゴに飯とかコスプレかよ。あ、いや待て。お前これ地毛か。目もカラゴンじゃねえじゃん。え、マジ地毛なの？猫かよ。にゃんにゃん。気持ち悪い。
こっちが正しい。これが普通の反応だ。他者からはいつも拒否、否定。それはもういい、諦めた。
It seems like he's even ended up getting into a lot of fights because of it. But now that he's in this new town, he's being treated normally and he doesn't know how to act. Like, the dude actually turns tsundere when receiving a compliment or a thank you.
ちょっとねえってばありがとう。
え？俺？
あんた以外に誰がいるのよ。
別にお前を助けたわけじゃねえし。
So, in this new town, there's this high school that he's transferring to. He's heard there's a lot of strong fighters there, and let's be real, man's got that spirit of Goku in him.
強いやつも結構いるみたいだし、そんな中で一番になれたら満足できそうだから。
So he wants to become the top fighter of the school, right? However, that's not how things work there. This is when we get introduced to the path that he needs to walk in order for him to grow.
でもね、あんたに風鈴のてっぺんは取れない。絶対にね。
は？
今のままじゃてっぺんどころか風鈴の誰にも相手にされないかも。
なわけあるか！お前俺がどれだけ強いか知らねえだろ。
確かに腕っぷしは強いのかもね。それでも風鈴のてっぺんは取れないわ。あんたは一人だから。
That's right, ladies, gents, and non-binary pimps. This anime is roughly going to be about the power of friendship. But it's not going to be boring, I promise. This anime has amazing fight scenes, and I love the story so far. I even love the flashbacks. Oh, the one flashback episode that we have seen that are of the minor characters. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool, pretty good. I highly recommend this anime to anyone who loves amazing fight scenes and good character development. And if you don't speak Japanese or you don't like to read, there should be an English dubbed version as well. Don't worry, I'm actually on the on the Japanese dub version. I don't do English dubbed as much because, you know, yeah, they like to change the meaning of words for their own purpose sometimes. Like with that Dragon Maid drama, the English dub versus the Japanese dub. So yeah. But anyway, all right, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, let's talk about God's games we play. This anime is in the comedy, drama, ecchi, fantasy, romance, superpower, suspense, and magic genres. That's kind of weird because it's superpower and magic. All right, cool. I'm feeling it. But now I don't know about you, but to me, it seems like instead of getting No Game, No Life season 2, we got stuck with this. And I can't be the only person who thinks that, right? Now, don't get me wrong, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. I'm enjoying it myself. You know, I'm feeling it. The gods are bored and they want entertainment from the humans. This is the reason for the gods' games. Now, to make everything fair, the gods have gifted the humans with the right to become apostles. After becoming an apostle, the human is pretty much granted a random power that they can use at any time, whether during a god's game or not. At least that's what it seems like. So the story follows one of the apostles named Faye, right? Faye hasn't lost a game to the gods yet. And upon being introduced to him, we find out that he has 3 wins and is favored to be the first to complete the gods challenge of winning 10 games against the gods. So by the way, just FYI, no one else has gotten 3 wins against the gods in a row without losing. So just to help put that into perspective about how epic Faye is apparently. But that's right, there is a challenge, you know, involved with a prize that for now, no one knows who it is or what it is. I mean, we find out that what the prize is, but you know. Also, real quick about Faye, I think that he thinks that he's like Superman and can disguise himself by just wearing the frames of glasses because he wears them in the beginning, right? But after he gets recognized, he never wears them. Like he gets recognized anyway, right? And then we never see him wearing them again. Never. And it's just like, what was the whole point anyway? You know, like, were you just trying to just hide yourself, Mr. Clark Kent?
行くか。挑む側だもんな。俺も。
あいつフェイじゃん。帰ってきたのか。
え？あ。
おい、あれ。
フェイさん？
初めて見た。
Anyway, let's talk about the female lead. She is actually a former goddess that gets introduced as if she were Avatar: The Last Airbender. Well, I mean Avatar Aang.
He's alive. We have to help.
Katara! まさか。
寝過ごしちゃったかも。
何者かね。
私元神様。ま、そんなのどうでもいいからさ。とりあえずこの時代で一番ゲームの上手い人間を連れてきて。
She goes by the name Lashe. Lishe?
私も霊者でいいよ。
Whatever. So those are our main characters, Clark Kent and Avatar Aang. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Avatar wants to compete in the Gods games as well, but on the human side, because she wants the prize that I mentioned earlier. What is it? I'm not gonna tell you, but I mean, you gotta watch the anime to find out. You feel me? I mean, what reason could a former god have for participating in these games and trying to win a prize anyway? Now then, they do play a game against the gods, but I mean, when they play a game against the gods, they're moved to an area called Elements, which acts as a sort of safe zone for the humans so that they can't die. Which means like, yeah, the gods can like step on them, squish them, you know, delete them. And the humans, instead of dying, they just get moved back to their world. There's a lot of thought processing that goes on during the game, which is why it reminds me of No Game, No Life. However, it's humans versus gods instead of humans versus humans. Regardless, if you liked No Game, No Life, then you'll probably like this too. So check it out. All right. Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about one of my top 3 for this current season of new anime, Viral Hit. So it's awesome. Anyway, it falls under the categories of action, comedy, martial arts, and school. Viral Hit is pretty much like YouTube was back when bum fights was a thing.
What's up? This is Rufus. Your doll's gone, you son of a bitch. I'm back.
Do you remember that? Well, anyway, well, it's almost like that. They do still have a fear of being demonetized, but they still get ad revenue for the ads playing during their live streams. Which, by the way, I'm kind of jealous. Like, this guy made a brand new account and didn't have to go through the YouTube benchmarks to get his channel monetized, which I'm trying to do, by the way. So, you know, don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do, and like, comment, and subscribe. Anyway, in this anime, they don't call it YouTube. They call it NewTubu. And when you watch this anime, you might even see some characters that remind you of real YouTubers and live streamers. I mean, first up, we have the main character, Haben. He's pretty much your average good guy. He works a 9-to-5 job to pay the hospital bills of his sick mom. Unfortunately, though, he also is the kid that gets bullied in school, which is kind of the catalyst for everything that happens.
私は学生のメイクに関する動画を。
今日のためにモデルも用意したんですよね。
はい、私が一生懸命メイクアップしたモデルです。
どいつもこいつも YouTube。はあ、クソみたいだ。
生放送なのにやめろ。くれんだよ。わざとだろい。
金。
てめえの母親入院してるんだったよな。てめえも隣のベッドに入院させてやるよ。
This guy, the guy that bullies Haben is named Potgo, right? Or as I like to call him, Logan Paul. Why do I call him Logan Paul? Well, Potgo is a bully. Logan Paul bullied his so-called friend, George. Potgo only cares about his subscriber count. Logan Paul is Logan Paul. Potgo made an apology video where he pretended to care. Logan Paul made an apology video where he pretended to care.
すぐにライブ配信で謝罪をしたが、ボンミスを犯した。
ちゃんと撮れたか。ああ、結構反応いいぞ。バカ視聴者のご機嫌取るくらい楽勝なんだよ。
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Ergo, Pop Go is Logan Paul. Another character, one that we haven't seen much of so far, is the beauty tips YouTuber Rumi. Now, Rumi kind of reminds me of a certain person, not because of the content they make, but because they tend to stick to anyone that has clout for clout. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got clout, she'll try to ease on into your space so she can like, so that she can be seen with someone who has clout. You know what I'm saying? And try to get those followers to go to her social media as well.
志村くん、私と一緒にライブ配信してくれない？
でもどうして？
もともとはハマケン側についてたくせに。
ハマケンには見切りをつけたのよ。あの人のことをもともと好きじゃなかったし。
After saying that, there might be someone that comes to your mind. You know, a certain girlfriend or, you know, ex-girlfriend, whatever they are now, of someone that apparently view bots his own streams, fakes a lot of his own content, and has even faked dying. Yeah, that guy's girlfriend or ex, whatever they are now. The only thing Rumi hasn't done yet is start an OF page, but give it time. I'm sure it'll come. Another character we're introduced to in the beginning just looks really similar to a certain live streamer. What was their name? I can't remember. It was, you know, it was that guy that got like a $100 million kick deal. He also had that drama with his ex that tried to sue him. God, what was his name? Anyway, this character's name is Snapper. He's pretty much the cameraman. I'm not really a fan of Snapper. I mean, he does go from this to this.
志村、見てるか？てめえの出し、放っておく気か？早く助けに来いよ。こっちはてめえのパンツを脱がせたら5万円なんだよ。
But still, you just have to watch the anime yourself. Like, maybe he'll grow on you. I don't know. An element that I do love about this anime is that anytime someone goes live, right, we get a view as if we were part of the in-world viewers and we get to see a live chat. I love it. I love to stop and read whatever the comments are saying, and you know, I wish I could participate, but nah. It's that little extra something that not only adds to the story, but can also teach you a little bit about fighting if you pay attention. Every fight in this anime makes you want to root harder and harder for Haben. Like the work this man puts in and all the things he goes through. It's like, how can you not start feeling a little emotional during some of those scenes? You feel me? Even when your boy, you know what I'm saying? Me, I almost dropped a few tears, almost. Not only is Haben dedicated to his training and his mom's, but when he's in a fight getting his butt kicked and losing, this man still remembers to do what every YouTuber should remember to do. Mans even does a sponsorship ad right after almost losing a fight. Like, what?
おい志村、汗びっしょりじゃねえか。マジ？どうしよう。女子って汗臭いの嫌いだろ。心配すんな。俺らにはこのボディスプレーがあるじゃないか。うわ、こりゃすごい。汗の嫌な匂いを消して爽やかな香りだけが残ってる。女子受けしそうな男の香りだ。
Now, I don't want to give everything away about the anime. You should definitely check it out yourself if you already aren't. There's some other great characters, and even a guy with rooster teeth. I mean, a rooster head. Mask? Whatever. Story-wise, it's about going viral for getting into fights, but there's so much more to it. Like, it started it started just with the feel-good vibe of the underdog or the bullied kid, Haben, standing up for himself and fighting back. Now it kind of looks like it's getting ready to segue into something more. You know, it also feels like it has some pretty decent character development. I mean, our boy Haben starts to skip school just to train, but like, I'd skip school too if I made 1,000,000 yen in one live stream. You know what I'm saying? And he is trying to, remember, he's trying to pay for his mom's hospital bills. So, you know what I'm saying? The anime also has a banger soundtrack with some great songs playing in the background during certain scenes. This anime also has some great moments where it makes really funny faces. Like, it had me going like, bro, look at this guy's face. So if you're into that too, that's another reason for you to watch it. But anyway, go check out Windbreakers, God's Games We Play, and Viral Hit. They're all great anime, but personally, I would love to see a season 2 of Windbreaker and Viral Hit. If we get a season 2 of God's Games We Play, I wouldn't mind it, but I also wouldn't be too sad if we didn't. That being said, let me know what you think about these 3 anime, if you're watching them, and if you plan on watching them or not. And did I convince you to watch them if you weren't already watching them? But that's all for now. Don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do, and like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is after that, in case I don't see you, baby. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.